What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV, where I'm really hoping I do not get hit with a copyright strike or no YouTube heroes flag me for the music you may or may not hear in the background. If you did not know, I actually live behind a school, and for whatever reason they are playing some very loud pop music today. I think they're doing the Terry Fox walk, which you may or may not know what that is unless you live in Canada. I believe it's a purely Canadian tradition. Basically, there was this guy in like the 80s or the 90s or something, and he got cancer in his leg, so he got it cut off, and then he had a prosthetic put in, and then he wanted to raise awareness for cancer, so he decided to run across Canada, and he only made it like not even halfway. But now every year in all the schools, and I guess in some towns and stuff, people walk around to raise awareness for cancer. I don't really know how it works. Like every single year at every single school, elementary, high school, whatever, you just walk around in a circle for an hour. Like that's what they're doing out there right now. Like I looked outside and I saw a large student body just walking around in a circle, but they made a bigger event of it. My school never made a huge event of it. My school was just like, you signed your permission form? Oh yeah, you had to get a permission form signed to walk around in a circle outside of this, in the schoolyard. You had to get a permission slip sign to walk around in a circle in the schoolyard because you might get strains and sprains and other unforeseen injuries. But you just got your permission form signed, and then you walked around in a circle for an hour, and that was it. Here they've got the music playing. They got a DJ out there. He's like, all right, we're doing this, and it's entertaining. But I'm just really hoping I'm not getting a copyright strike from it. But I gotta make a video eventually, and I can't wait all day for them to be done their Terry Fox walk. Like I said, mine was only like an hour at most. These guys have been out there for at least 2 hours now, so whatever. We're making a video now. Hopefully we're not gonna get a copyright strike, but today we're talking about possible DLC weapons in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I'm not even gonna mention Modern Warfare Remastered. There's not gonna be new weapons put into that game, or everyone's just gonna like rage quit the entire Call of Duty series. So I'm not even gonna think about DLC weapons making their way into Modern Warfare Remastered. DLC weapons could possibly make their way into Infinite Warfare, however. It's actually a very high possibility. It's something that they've been doing for a while now, and it's been making them lots of money. Even with the variant system, I do believe they're going to put in new DLC weapons, and here's how I think it's going to work. Before we get into that, the gameplay that you're seeing is very old. I'm just trying to use up all the gameplays that I have on my capture card right now before this game expires, before Black Ops 3 is done. So I've got like 2 or 3 more gameplays, and then after that I'll actually have to go out and actually try to get gameplays. I'll have to stop playing Search and Destroy for 5 minutes. But this was a really good Fracture game. This was when I was right into Fracture, like when Fracture first came out, I believe, or once Fracture was upgraded to have 70. I think this was after it was upgraded so that you needed 70 score to win. And I think I got like 52 deposits in this game using a melee weapon, so it was pretty intense. But there's your correlation between this topic and this video. This is a melee weapon, and a melee weapon is a very special weapon that you have to get out of the black market. It is a DLC weapon, and that's what we're talking about today. So DLC weapons in Infinite Warfare, how are they going to work? Well, I'll put up a picture of what the actual the menu system of picking a gun looks like in Infinite Warfare right now. So this came out of CoD XP, or out of the trailer for the multiplayer reveal or whatever. But this is like the menu system of picking a weapon. Now we don't have a lot of info on it, but I will put an arrow on that picture pointing up to like your categories, like your SMG, assault rifle, whatever. There is a category called Classic. So classic weapons are weapons that are returning from previous Call of Duty games. Now if that doesn't scream DLC already to you, I don't know what will. But we've got classic weapons returning from other Call of Duty games, from previous Infinity Ward Call of Duty games. And they can be any kind of weapon. We already know for certain there is one weapon absolutely confirmed for that classic weapon class, and that is the Intervention from Modern Warfare 2. The Intervention sniper rifle, the highest, most famous sniper rifle in Call of Duty history, is returning for Infinite Warfare in the Classics division. What other weapons could there be? There could be like an UMP-45. There could be like the Honey Badger from Ghosts. There could be all kinds of crazy weapons, fan favorite weapons from any Infinity Ward game. Wow, that was way harder to say than it should have been. But all kinds of fan favorite weapons from Infinity Ward games CoD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Ghosts. Any weapon from any of those games could end up in this Classics weapon class. The Classics weapon class is also on secondary weapons. It's primary and secondary weapons. So it's going to be a huge weapon class. There's going to be a ton of different weapons in there. So what are the chances that we're going to get all those weapons off the top? My two ideas for how we're going to get those weapons is A, every time you prestige, you get a new classic weapon unlocked. Maybe they're all classified and you don't even get to see what they are until you prestige. And then every time you prestige as you go through the game, you unlock classic weapons. My other idea for how we're going to get classic weapons is they are going to be DLC weapons. Either you're going to get them out of some kind of black market system or you're going to have to purchase them straight out of the store. My money is on a black market system. This is the #1 thing that I can see them doing for putting DLC weapons into this game, because they've said that there's a salvage system for upgrading your weapons and picking the right variants and earning the variants that you want. So there's going to be some kind of black market system, A, to get your black market, like to get your variants, to get random variants. There's going to be some sort of salvage system so that you can go ahead and break down whatever variants you don't want and then use that salvage to build a new variant, or spend that salvage again in the black market. B, to get a different variant, or C, in the black market you may be able to get character customization. They've already confirmed that there's going to be specialist or combat rig customization, so there's going to be character customization. Maybe there's going to be taunts again. Maybe there's going to be all kinds of calling cards and stupid shit like emblems and whatever that we do not want, but that will probably make its way into the black market alongside the variants. What's stopping them from putting DLC weapons, classic weapons in the same black market, so that if you want to get all the classic weapons, you got to hit the black market and you got to try and find all the classic weapons in the black market. They would be the absolute most rare weapons in there. Could you imagine trying to find an UMP45 or a intervention out of the black market? That would be ridiculous. Like, people would go crazy. People would go bananas. They'd spend so much money. Like, Infinity Ward would just be like the most favorite child of Activision, from putting a classic weapon system into the black market and making us spend money trying to get our intervention and to try and get our fan favorite weapons from previous Call of Duty games. It's just too good for them. It's a terrible system for us. It'll screw us over in the long run, but it's too good for them. They will make so much money. I apologize, guys, but you guys are just, you're stupid. I'm sorry, COD community, but you're just a terrible, ridiculous. Like, most of you, a lot of you are okay. Most of you are just absolutely ridiculously stupid, and you're like, yes, there's a new weapon, spend all my money. I don't need this paycheck. It can go to Call of Duty. And that's just what's going to happen if they put classic weapons into a black market system, or if they even put classic weapons into the store so you can just straight out buy them. Maybe if you can buy them with the salvage, that would be cool, but I highly doubt that that's going to be possible, because they actually have confirmed that the classic weapons will not have variants of them. Like, they won't have variants themselves. So if they don't have variants, why would you be able to build them with salvage? So that's just what I'm saying in today's video, guys. I'm kind of worried that this classic weapon class is going to end up screwing us over. There's going to be a lot of cool weapons in there, but they're likely going to be DLC weapons. You're likely going to have to get them out of the black market. You're going to have to purchase them on the PlayStation Store or the Microsoft Live Network or whatever the hell it's called. So I'm just worried about that. Let me know what you think about this. How do you think we're going to get classic weapons? Is it going to be a prestige system? Is it going to be random unlocks? Is it going to be in the black market? Or are we going to have to buy them? Let me know in the comment section down below. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button to join the BTAD community. And we'll see you guys on the next one.